Hello, good morning. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I have a little bit of change of scenery here. I took the Monday off after that craziness of April 30th. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that, relates around to personal taxes. A few people have asked me this question. And it's basically a way to tax plan for next year. If you're somebody who in this past 2020, you had to pay taxes at the end of the year. There's probably something you can do to not let that happen next year. And if you're somebody who got a big refund and you rather get a bit more on your paychecks during the year, as opposed to getting a big refund at the end of the year, there's something you can do about it. So I'm certain if you've ever had a job, your employer is giving you this form, usually on your first day of work, and it's called a TD1 tax form. Now, the purpose of this form is to let your employer know your employment situation. It lets them know how much taxes to withhold from your paychecks, right? Because they have to remit that to the CRA. So on this form, I can remember here, I've never really paid attention to the form. Normally, every time I start a new job, you take the number at the top, put it at the bottom, you sign it, put your name on it, you give it back to your employee. I give it back to my employee. I haven't really thought about the purpose of this form until now. And like I said, the purpose is to let your employer know how much taxes to withhold. Now, let's start with the first situation. You're somebody who gets a big refund every year. Now, if you like having that lump sum cash at the end of April, then you don't need to do anything. Just keep doing what you've been doing with this TD1 form. But if you're somebody who's been getting a big refund and you rather get a bit more on your paychecks during the year, then you can adjust this form. Now, how do you adjust this form? Like I said, the purpose is to let your employer know how much taxes to withhold. Well, on the form, the reason why you're probably getting these refunds is probably because you're not putting all your tax profile, like your tax situation. Let's say you're somebody with kids who depend on you, under 18, or let's say if you're caregiver, so you take care of somebody with a disability, or if you're somebody you're taking care of your parents. There are tax credits that you get. You're probably not putting all these on the form for your employer to know not to withhold too much taxes. That's probably why you're getting a big refund at the end of the year. So go through this form next time. You have to fill this out. You have to do it every year, and make sure you put all your information in there. That way your employer doesn't withhold too much taxes, and which means you get bigger paychecks, and at the end of the year you don't get that big lump sum refund. Now, the other side of this, the opposite, if you pay taxes every year, it's probably because your employer is withholding too much taxes on your paychecks. Maybe your employer doesn't have an updated TD1 form. They're still going off an old situation, and now it may be a situation where you got a second job, you're making more money there, but your employer doesn't know this. So again, adjust this form. Like I said, you have to do it every year, and let your employer know your full tax picture, so that way you're not stuck with a big bill at the end of the year. I hope that helps. That's one way to tax plan. There's obviously numerous other ways, right? RSPs, this and that, and so on and so forth. So if you have any questions, comment on the video, or send me a message, and I'll be sure to answer them for you. Thank you guys very much, and have a great